Greetings, pilots. I'm your Intel Officer So, and welcome to So, What's a Gundam? In this podcast, I'll try to answer questions that commonly come up about the Universal Century, which is the main timeline of Gundam, and try to make them easier to understand. Content warning, I'm going to be making mistakes, there might be a gap in my memory, and I might get something wrong, and I would be very happy if you let me know what I got wrong so I can correct further. Please leave a timestamp in the comments, and let everyone else know so, I don't accidentally flub something. Well, anyways, today we're talking about who are the Titans. These guys are the main antagonists of Zeta Gundam, and I think they were brought up in Stardust Memory. I never watched Stardust Memory, unfortunately, so I don't have much information on them. So, what caused their creation? Well, after the events of Stardust Memory, in summary of Operation Stardust, half of Earth's Federation space fleet got wiped by a nuclear attack from Zeon remnants, and if the wiki was correct, they tried to initiate a colony drop, which is basically giant space station colliding into Earth. Very bad. Earth's Federation declared any Zeon adjacent or Zeon associated people should probably be investigated. And one man in particular, named Jamatov Hyman, yes, that is his name, said that maybe they should just turn the notch a little more. And by that I mean he wanted people to investigate them, to eliminate Zeon remnants, and he was the one to announce the formation of the Titans, who we love, maybe? Anyways, people started to slowly realize that the Titans were jerks, which is putting it lightly, and started protesting them. In response, the Titans, very calmly, then gassed and killed them with G3 gas, which is the same gas that Zeon had used on previous colonies. Not great. So, what is their purpose? Basically, it boiled down to eliminating anyone who had ties to Zeon post 1 Year War and defending Earth from any space people. Or at least that's what they said they would do. Eventually, they would team up with Axis Zeon, who are the Zeon remnants, to take down the Anti-Earth Union group, who are our protagonists in Zeta Gundam. They were basically people who wanted to reform Earth's corrupted ways, and despite their combined efforts to take down Ayug, they would fail in the end. However, small groups would survive the end of the conflict and try to continue their dastardly ways. Now, who are some of their members? Okay, for this part, I'm gonna kind of go through it a little quickly, giving summary of each person. I might miss somebody that might be important, so please do let me know or speak about it in the comments. Here we go. Okay, so the founder and leader of the Titans was Jamatov Hyman, and he really wanted to take out the Earth Federation and have all the power to himself, despite what he was saying about, protecting Earth and eliminating the greater threat. Next is Poptimus Sirocco. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I had a real difficulty saying his name. He was an incredibly powerful new type that was not only a great pilot, but a scheming leader, taking out Jamatov in an assassination plot and framing Haman Karn, who was the Axis leader for it. Next is Bask Ohm, field commander of the Titans. He's not a newbie to using underhanded tactics, If I can remember right, he was the one to send out Camille's mom in a hostage situation and then subsequently blow her up. It was very traumatic. And also, he was incredibly physically abusive to his own men. And he really hated the space people. I mean, if he probably saw one, it's done and over with. He believes in Jamatov's thoughts on Earth Federation, mostly because he thinks that the Earth Federation at this point are too weak to maintain anything. Next is Jared Mesa, the premier ace pilot that called Camille's name a girl's name, and ultimately began Zeta Gundam by doing so. And then after that is Yazan Gable, the guy that I hate the most, but he is really skilled as an ace pilot, and he would basically do anything he wanted on the battlefield. If he wanted to fight someone, you really couldn't stop him unless, he dies or something. I mostly remember him for grabbing one of his fellow pilots' balls. I don't remember why, but he did. And then lastly on my list is 4 Murasame, who was an incredibly tragic cyber new type who piloted the Psycho Gundam. She would not make it. I can still remember it, honestly. So, what happened to the Titans after all this? Well, they started getting dismantled, and everyone started realizing these guys were kind of jerks. Why work with them? And they would slowly get dismantled through public outcry and other things like that. So, who would make the Titan suits? Well, it would be Earth Federation manufacturers. If you want a layover of some Earth Federation manufacturers for mobile suits, be sure to check out the Earth Federation episode. And also, we do have a named person, Franklin Badon, who is Camille's dad, the protagonist, and he would be the one to develop the Mark II Gundam. And another figure, if you've listened to me, say it with me, it's Anaheim Electronics, who would be funding both sides of the conflict. That's really all I have on the Titans right now. For the next episode, we'll be talking about Axis Sion. That's all I have for now, pilots. End of briefing.